Welcome back to Supernatural Stories. This is part 2 of the ghost story from City. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, you can click in the link in the description below. There's a video to part 1, or you can just go on my channel. But before that, a word from our partner IC Markets, starting from 0.0 spreads. Yes, 0.0 spreads. I'm talking about IC Markets, our preferred trading partner for 4 years. If you are a trader who's tired of high spreads with other brokers, use IC Markets. From spread as low as 0.0 with fast order execution, powerful trading terminals, and multiple global markets at your fingertips. Also, introduce IC Social, where you can communicate, chat, and learn from other traders. Click the link below to start to create your IC Markets account now and take trading to new heights. Use the code 51393. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 and start trading with IC Markets. So the story starts here. Hi, my name is City. This is my story of my paranormal encounter after getting black magic from my ex-husband. So after going back to my house and after the horrifying Pocong encounter, I stayed at home for a few days and nothing happened. By day 6, while I was sleeping, suddenly I hear a jumping noise. I open my eyes just to look around and see. And when I look at the corner of my room, I can see the Pocong standing at the corner of my room, staring at me. After seeing that, I tried to move to turn away to the other side facing the wall, but I could not turn my body for some reason. It's as if I was made of ice and frozen on my bed. At that point, I closed my eyes and muttered prayers, trying to hope that the thing will disappear. And when I opened my eyes to look around into the room, the thing disappeared. And after realizing it was gone, I quickly went out of the room to get some water. And when I returned back, it seems like everything was alright. So, after drinking water, I slowly dozed off and I was awake, all fine, with the birds chirping in the morning. So for that day, everything was fine. The next thing happened is on the following night on day 7. In the middle of the night, suddenly, while sleeping, I felt like something was pushing me off the bed. Still my eyes closed, I just ignored. Suddenly I felt it again, as if there was something pushing me as hard off the bed, trying to get me to fall off the bed to hit the floor. Thinking maybe it was all my pillows, I quickly hold the left side, the middle part of the bed. Suddenly I felt this material, rough, just like a kain kafan. So, after feeling that material, I quickly turned to see what was beside me. And what I saw was a Pocong. The face was beside me when I turned, and it was just looking at me. The details of the face is hard to see. It was just very, very dark because I off all the lights in my room. At that point, I froze for a few seconds and then I fell off the bed and screamed as hard as I can. And when I fall off the bed, I fall off backwards. So when I looked down under the bed before going up, what I saw was that Pocong below the bed too. At that point, it sounds like hallucination, but what I'm telling in this story is real, and I experienced it. And when I look up on top of the bed, when I stand up, I saw that Pocong jumping on top of the bed. And when I turned around to try to run out of the room, the door was locked, and suddenly I hear and grunting noises. At that point, I twist the knob as hard as I can, almost to a point where it could break. When suddenly the doorknob is able to turn, I quickly slam the door out and run through the corridor. At that point, I don't care about my clothes, I don't care about anything. I was still in my pajamas, and I run all the way out crying to go to my mother's house. And when I reached there, I was still crying. The following day, because this thing happened, my mother still called a spiritual healer, but she called another person who is more better at finding these black magic things that people send. So the spiritual healer walked around the house, looking around, trying to find things that is odd and is not in place. When suddenly he went outside to look, he suddenly got that sense to search my plants that I planted outside to see if there's anything in the soil. Maybe it's from experience, maybe it's from something else. But he digged the soil, and what he found in the potted plant outside was the bag, the yellow bag, a small little bag, yellow color, with things inside. At that point, I was so shocked and I cried, and I asked my mother, who did this and what is that? After opening the contents, the spiritual healer told me that someone sent black magic to me. At that point, I know what happened, what is the full story. And I quickly tell the spiritual healer it might be my ex-husband. So the next thing that happened is I told the healer to dispose it. I do not want it anymore. And after when the healer left, I told my mother I do not want to stay at this house anymore, because what I experienced was something very traumatizing and I'm very, very, very scared. Fast forward a few months later, I sold the house and I am staying together with my mother. Hopefully one day I will find the right person for me. But after that experience, I am still scared. And that was the story of Siti, getting sent black magic from her ex-husband. Thanks guys for sharing and liking this video, and for coming for part 2 all the way from part 1. And if you haven't watched part 1, you can watch it, links in description, or you can just go on my channel and search part 1. Find the part 1. So that was the story from Siti. Like guys, subscribe and share. Try to get this channel to 10k if we can. And please share your stories, and if you love our ghost content, please comment in the comment section below, as I love to read your comments. It is one of the best feeling I have when I see you guys commenting, and there is like an interaction in this beautiful community. Okay, so just comment it. And IC markets, if you guys are a trader and you want something that starts from 0.0 spreads, the lows are 0.0. It's one of the lowest spreads, guys. So thanks guys for watching and subscribing, and good night.